It's the Riot Podcast, Wednesday, February 22nd edition. I don't know what you say. Do you say Happy Ash Wednesday?
I don't know.
Solemn Ash Wednesday, perhaps?
It's not Mary.
No.
You think it's solemn maybe because people are giving things up?
Yeah, I like the start of that.
I don't exactly know. I just know that it is Ash Wednesday. So whatever you do or don't do for Ash Wednesday, cheers.
Do it.
Cheers.
Or don't do it.
Thank you. We're not the best at doing it.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this.
That's okay.
Not good at this. Not good at like offering condolences for things.
Right.
I'm just bad at things. Just most things. Let's move on.
Okay, we're good.
We talked about a record
Yes.
for Disneyland.
You need to be more specific.
One. Yeah.
But we're not talking about that
vinyl.
crap. We're talking about the most consecutive days that you've done the same thing. Do you
Ooh,
guys have
that's-
anything?
My rings on my Apple Watch.
How many?
Yeah. My rings go back. Let's see. I mean, this could take me a second.
So now I'm thinking of something that I do every day, weekend, non-weekend.
It's impressive. You know, this has been like a goal of yours maybe that you've been trying to do every day. You don't have a goal?
No.
Mine's been June 5th.
June 5th?
Yeah, all my rings.
That's so impressive.
Yeah.
That's a lot of days in a row.
There it is.
I wonder how many days, think about this, because all of us would have a real long streak of looking at your phone every day.
Well,
because that's something you do.
That's every person in the world who's ever been alive.
So it's actually sad then, if you
Well,
think
you
about how many
could-
days you've done that.
You could try then. How many days could you not? Well, like I know a few people that are giving up TikTok for like if they're doing
Because
a
of the
Lynch
Chinese
thing.
spying.
They're just giving it up for like a 30-day trial.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Just to see, a run through to see how their life is. I know it's not going to last all 30 days,
You don't
but
think
let's be
so?
supportive.
You can do it.
It's
Is it
fine.
you?
It's not me. Because I thought, you know how sometimes your friends will tell you in hopes that you'll be swayed
Yeah.
to join them, so like you could have a little friend thing doing it. I said, no, I'm not doing that. 'Cause
Nice.
I'm not going to make it 30. I already have my rings thing going on. I don't have anything else.
What is my streak?
You have a hot streak of
I
anything?
would have a streak. I've had coffee a lot of days in a row, but that was broken. I did not have coffee on Monday when I was sick.
How about-
That's how
Aw,
sick I was.
man.
How about do you wear a hat every day? Or not on the weekends? Every work day.
Every work day, yeah.
Every work day
definitely.
you
So we need to work on your goals, I think. You need something to strive for.
Well, I've already achieved so much.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I've been doing since I have not missed a day at the gym since the start of the new year.
There it
Wow.
is.
And I have now taken, I don't know how many consecutive days, I think I'm at 3 weeks now, where every shower I've taken, I finished cold.
Aw.
Why do you do that again?
It helps wake me up in the morning. It's good for your
Okay.
body, just like the
Yeah.
benefit stuff.
Okay. That's
right,
how I
well-
answer every question. Just the benefit stuff.
Just the benefit stuff. It's supposed to be good for you. I
was
don't
going
know.
to say that. No matter,
It
why
just-
do you do this? The benefit
It
stuff.
just helps.
Yeah.
It just helps your body, I guess. I don't know. It helps you wake up in the morning. It's another one of my goals.
Feel free to text 877 RadioU if you have an actual thing that you've been keeping up with
Yeah.
and doing for a long time, and how long. And if not, maybe what's one that you would be considering doing.
We also did Would You Rather Wednesday. Our question today was, would you rather ask for an autograph or get a picture with your favorite celebrity?
And the good news is Adam texted in after. He gave us one for next week.
Yeah.
So we've
Oh,
already
did
got,
he?
we got
But-
next week's question already ready to go.
Don't let that
Discourage you.
Discourage you from texting him more, though. We'd like to have a nice
Maybe you
bank
can make a
of
better one.
several. You might
Challenge.
That's true. You
We'll
could have a
toss
better one
Adams
than
to the
Adam.
side so quick.
8772 Radio U or message us on social media.
Should we go? I
The
feel
Radio U accounts.
I feel like snackish. Let's just leave the podcast at this.
I think that's good.
Okay,
yeah, this
we'll
is
go.
what the intro is supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be so long.
No.
Well, enjoy the podcast today. As always, thank you guys so much for listening.
We'll catch you tomorrow.
See you guys.
Bye.
Disinformation, mispronunciations, bad impressions. That's Hudson. This is The Riot on Radio U.
I got a new computer over here, and look, it's a laptop. I can hold it up and show it to
Look
you.
at that.
See how I am in the midst of typing in
It's so
the quotes that we're trying to
nice.
find.
It's so slim.
Yeah, it is. It's a MacBook Air, and so far liking it.
Okay.
Enjoying it. But I do feel stupid because I have to, it's my first day with it. So I've got a few complaints
Complaints are just things that you're working through.
that I've got to get used to. Things I've got to get used to. And the things that I've got to get used to are the little stupid things. I'm not going to complain about
First off, let's not use the S word.
the S word.
Okay, we're just learning. It's brand new. It's your new buddy. Like, don't talk to it that way.
Yeah, but I'm having a tough time. It's not that, obviously the keyboard layout's going to be slightly different than you're used to, stuff like that. But it's not even that. It's not knowing where the shift is or something like that. I guess that's pretty standard. But it's like the scroll of the mouse.
Yeah.
Like I actually have a mouse with it. It's getting it to just the right speed.
Well, you can change all that.
I know I can change it, and I keep messing with it, and I can never get happy with it. That's the problem.
So are you going to be distracted this morning through the show?
I'm going to be, but what I don't understand is I just don't understand. So maybe I need to watch some tutorials or something on this mouse. The mouse is different. It's a special mouse.
Okay. Why do you even have a mouse?
It's supposed to it's easier than a trackpad.
Okay.
It has a lot more features. I've learned I can scroll through tabs with the side scroller.
Yeah.
You want to see that? You can lift that up too. It's wireless.
That's a hefty mouse you've got there.
It is a big because it's got a lot of functions.
That's a lot.
But it's got so many functions.
You're just lost.
Yeah, and I don't even care about all the other functions. I can learn those. It's just dialing in the scroll speed so that I don't instantly go to the bottom of a page or so I don't have to crawl through like a turtle.
Well, you've got the whole show to get comfortable with it. We're excited for your new computer in your life. Mm-hmm. It's a big day.
I mean, it's not going anywhere, right? So I just gotta get used to it. But I'm just learning,
Okay.
By the way, Patton Oswalt.
Okay, you got that. From
22
all that.
Jump Street.
We've got 1 hour until our Bow the Buzz. That'll be the new NF and new from Paper Tongues, a band that we haven't heard much from in a while.
It's been a while.
So that's your 2 challengers in today's Bow the Buzz. So get ready for that in an hour. And hopefully Hudson will get all of his new computer stuff
all the kinks
ironed
worked
out before
out.
then.
Well, just one more excuse for me to not help count the votes.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Want one more annoyance of having a new computer, even though it's so fun and exciting?
Sure. What's one more?
Let me complain one more thing. It's every site now, all the settings I had locked in with sites.
Yeah.
Basically where they don't ask me if I want notifications anymore, and now that they're
Did
back
you not
to
have a
asking.
Mac before?
I had a Mac upstairs.
Well, I didn't know. I thought like you were transferring over. So I was like, some of that usually just transfers over.
Yeah,
but
especially because it's the same Google Chrome profile. You would think it would remember that I don't want notifications for all these sites. But you know what? Let's troubleshoot this off the air.
Okay.
Let's talk about Jeff Wrights, a guy from California who was just awarded a Guinness World Records certificate. He is a world record holder now. He holds the record for most consecutive days visiting the Disneyland theme park in Anaheim.
All right. How many days has he gone in a row?
He went 2,995 days in a row to Disney World.
That's a bit
Disneyland.
Excessive. That's a bit much.
That's, if my math is correct, if it was 3,650, that would be 10 years. So what did he pull in at about 8 years?
It was 2012.
Okay.
That's when his daily visit started. Ended just shy of 3,000 when Disney closed for COVID in March of 2020, and then I guess started back up again.
He said, actually, he hasn't been back.
Oh, he hasn't been back
He
since
has
then.
not been back.
Okay.
So real inefficiency on the part of Guinness here.
Why did it take
them
so long?
3 entire years to award this guy the award of having this distinction of being the person to visit Disneyland the most days in a row. But he did it 2,995 days. That's over 7 years in a row. Every single day he went to Disneyland. He chronicled it on social media and started getting attention. This is how wild his achievement is. He started getting people paying attention when he had gone 60 days in a row.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then he kept going for another 2,970 days, basically.
He is hoping to go back to Disneyland for its 100th anniversary celebration later this year. So no return date, but he wants to return with his Guinness World Record title certificate to get pictures there.
I think he should continue to not go. because then he could have another record of most days in a row going to Disneyland, and then also most days in a row not going to Disneyland after going to Disneyland the most days in a row.
Okay, I think you have to preface with that because otherwise we all have awards for how many days since we've not been to Disneyland.
After going 2,995 days in a row, it's impressive that he hasn't gone back since
I wonder
in 3
why.
years. Well, maybe he got tired of it finally.
Could have been. Sometimes you just need a break from something to realize, oh, you're good at 3,000. But he must have a pass holder thing.
He says he's going back, so he must miss it in some way. But maybe at the same time, even since 2020, since the last time he's been, there's been a lot of changes at Disneyland.
Yeah.
So
good for him.
How many days do you think you could go before you'd be done with it?
I have seen people who go like for vacations, especially if they bring like families, and they're like, well, we're here like a 7-day park hopper thing.
Yeah.
I've only gone 1 day.
1 day.
And that even goes back to like when I was young and my parents would take me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all we could handle. Or maybe we'd go to Disney and then like Epcot the next day.
Sure.
And then they'd take us home.
Yeah, that's how we did it. We always had we'd go for 4 days to go to the 4 different parks. But I don't know. I think I could make like a couple weeks out of a Disney, and not get tired of it.
If they were paying, then maybe.
Well, that's a whole different thing.
That's just a lot of days.
There's a lot of things I do that I should get tired of, except I get paid for. Not going to mention anything, but
hey, yeah, your certificate for how many shows we've done consecutively.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Stop me if this sounds familiar. I have another study here.
Stop.
You should have stopped him at another.
That says a 4-day work week is a positive for everybody involved.
Well, there's no question to that. I don't think they need to do any more studies to figure that out.
Well, then why are we working 5 days a week?
Well, it doesn't mean everybody can do it, but I think if we just say 4 days a week is good.
It's a good thing. So
I think need to move on to the next study that says 3 days a week or better.
That's smart thinking. Because if we start making 3 days a week the goal, then 4 days a week is already, we might as well make 1 day a week the goal.
We'll give it time.
Yeah. If we make
it's only a matter of time.
As workers, if we rise up and make our demands even more extreme, then when we actually get what we truly want,
then we'll be happy.
It'll make it easier to get what we truly want.
Can you imagine, like, all right, well, we're here for the one show a week.
The one show.
Well,
the 1 day.
I don't want to. I'm here to say we could do a 4-day work week if we put our minds to it. And I just don't think that we've done that.
I think you have just too much faith in your employers. Nobody cares about your happiness. They don't care.
Right.
If they cared about your happiness, we wouldn't work on Fridays. That's obvious. We can clearly we wouldn't be here for 8 hours either because you can clearly get all your work done faster than that too. But they want you to be here longer. You want to know why? For no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason.
I believe what you're saying, but you know what employers do care about? The almighty dollar, the bottom line, productivity. And in this study, which, to be honest, is actually a continuation of a study that I believe we even addressed here on the show before, but it is a study that was conducted in the UK between the University of Cambridge and Boston College in the US. They worked together on this. A bunch of companies, restaurants, banks, all different kinds of companies, different styles, different industries were all testing out this 4-day work week. And they found that not only, obviously, again, employees' mental health, anxiety levels,
all gone.
It's all improved. Yeah, everything just across the board. Productivity, but that's the thing, though. They also found that as they continue on doing the 4-day work week, that employers also have been very happy with this, and a vast majority of them will continue to do a 4-day work week in the future.
Well, let me give you the actual numbers.
Okay.
So at the halfway point, 46% of the companies that were part of this study said productivity remained about the same. 34% said they saw a slight improvement, and 15% reported a significant improvement.
That's meaningful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear a lot of people complaining. And that includes the bosses.
I just don't think radio was in on this.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they brought anybody from any radio stations.
I don't think it is. I'm really starting to get worried about that part.
They're just excited, like we work 5 days, but it's barely. So
yes.
What you aren't? I don't think you're really seeing. Like, you guys know Howard Stern, right? He doesn't even do 4-day work weeks. He does
I don't think he does anything.
He does a month of work and then takes the rest of the year off.
You're right.
So don't say it can't work in radio. It totally can.
I mean, Hudson, yet again, we could be voice tracking this whole thing. That's what
I'm
we could do.
you.
Why don't we? Because they don't want us to.
He does one.
They don't care about us. What do you want?
Month and it's 6 months later. Well, he recorded it already.
We can pre-record this whole
Nobody
thing.
would know.
Are we in here right now? They don't know.
This could be pre-recorded.
Is this my true voice? We don't
Go ahead.
know.
Text in and see if we respond.
You are a
8772
chatbot.
Radio.
I know. Clearly, chatbots.
They said that 61 companies involved in the trial, 56 are continuing to implement the 4-day work week. 18 said the 4-day work week will become a permanent part of their structure.
Now that's what it all comes down to, right? A lot of them saying they're going to stick with the 4-day work week permanently, and so that's the bosses signing off, saying, you know what? Sure, my employees are happier. Am I happy about that? No. But do I want to make more money, and is it more productive to do it this way? Yes.
So they said that nearly half the employees reported an improvement in their mental health, while 37% noted an improvement in their physical health.
Oh.
See,
they're stronger somehow. They're faster.
Holding us back. Holding us
More
back,
fit.
the company is.
Well, I don't know what to do with all this, so you're going to have to take it to the boss.
What about an alternative? How about this? What if we have 2 morning shows? And also, what if we each do 4 days? We could have a combined show 1 day a week. Mm-hmm. Or who says that a week has to be 7 days?
Sure.
Why don't we move to an 8-day week nationally, and then we could have 4 days on, 4 days off?
Yeah, you're messing
I don't know why you're talking about a 4-day work week. You have a 4-day work week this week, so you weren't even in on Monday.
And
how do you
look
feel
how much
today?
more productive
You
I
feeling
am.
good?
Uh-huh.
I bet you are.
Yeah, and the company doesn't want that for me.
Isaiah's mad
They
about you
don't.
taking a sick day.
Clearly.
While Isaiah is wishing for a girlfriend, Nikki and Hudson are just wishing for any friend at all. The Riot. Radio U.
But first, I got to ask you guys a question. So you might recall, I don't know how long ago it was, a couple weeks, but we talked about things that your dog is afraid of that don't really make sense. And Isaiah, you said that Jim, your dog, afraid of your massage gun.
Yeah.
And that's how you keep him in line besides the spanking, is that
Yes.
you'll just get out the massage gun and you don't even have to turn it on or anything. You
Just hold it
flash it.
near me.
Uh-huh.
He'll stay far away.
So in the meantime, since we talked about that, I got my wife a new massage gun.
Yeah.
And
Oh, was that Valentine's Day gift?
no, that was her birthday. One of the things she got for her birthday.
Was she okay with that being for
She
her
loved
birthday?
it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a
all
great
right.
gift.
I'm just asking.
Are you offended on behalf of my wife?
I just didn't know if I should be offended on her behalf.
No, she enjoys the massage gun.
Nikki's like decent gift. Wouldn't be my pick.
I
but-
know.
But here's the thing. Since you mentioned that Jim, your dog, is afraid of the massage gun, I was like, well, let's test this out.
See if Zafira is.
Let's see how Zafira, the dog, feels about the massage gun. And not only is she not afraid of the massage gun, she enjoys the
likes
massage
it?
gun.
She lets you touch her with it?
She lets us touch her with it. She will, it's not like she will continually do this, but if you massage her for a little bit and then you turn it off and whatever, she'll circle back around hey,
I want
some more of that
Really?
massage action. And so is that dangerous? You think it's a problem? I don't know if you're supposed to use it on pets.
I have one, and my cat Mochi loves it. He just likes his little shoulders done. You just
How
put
do you
on-
guys get it near them?
You just put a little low speed. Mochi comes whenever I'm using the massage gun.
He thinks
Yeah.
it sounds like
He
another
totally-
cat purring.
Yeah, because it's purring.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, Jimmy's afraid. I can't even get near him with it. If I start walking towards him, he runs in fear.
Well, have you tried? Has he ever
Did you
actually
try
been
to
touched by
spank
it?
He's
him
never
with
been.
it?
No, he's never. I've never used it as a weapon towards him, and I've never been able to touch him with it either. And even if I did, he would just run away.
You know, they always say when dogs cower and stuff, that it was a sign that you've not been nice to him. Even though sometimes some dogs just cower naturally, maybe you don't realize what you did with the massage gun
Yeah.
before.
Clearly, I don't know. He's too afraid. I
Have
can't
you
even
ever
get near
even
him.
said-
I've tried to massage him with it, obviously off the
Yeah.
rip. That's the first thing I did, and he was afraid. He was too afraid.
So you don't think you could if you covertly tried to
No.
massage him with it, that he wouldn't. I mean, he's not a cat, so he wouldn't spring up and run away.
Oh, he would.
Aw.
He can tell what I'm doing. It's a weird thing that
Why
he does.
don't you tell him that 2 out of 3 Riot pets really like the
Yeah.
I know.
massage gun?
I
and
know.
Maybe he'll grow to like it.
I won't be able to get near him with it. I know I can't. unfortunately.
That is unfortunate. Well, I just didn't know if it was, I feel like a massage gun, it could be possible. You're not supposed to use it on like pets and small children or something.
fine.
So you think it's good?
Yeah.
She's not in danger?
Nope.
I'm not going to get in trouble.
I mean, like, don't use it on her eyeball or something. Just use it on, like,
I was considering
Her
that.
back.
I was thinking that was the next thing I might
Doesn't
try.
feel like you look a little stressed in the eye.
Let me go ahead and get that for you.
Yeah, it's already worked on me, so I thought maybe for her too, the eyeballs
so
might
just
be
watch
good.
where you're putting it, and you should be fine.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good to know. I don't have to feel bad about giving my dog something she enjoys.
If you want to bring it in and use it on me, you're more than welcome to do that too.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Why do zebras have stripes? What did you learn growing up?
Oh gosh, you know what? I go whenever you talk about zebras, I just remember that, never mind, I won't say that. No, it's more about other animals. And, what did we learn?
No, I think you should say it now.
No,
I really think
it's
you
stupid.
should.
I don't want to come off as more stupid.
Please.
Let's see. The stripes. I don't remember what they taught us about it. I think I just accepted the stripes on them. Or no, wait. Were they black with white stripes, or was it white with black stripes?
Now you're just answering a question with a question.
I know. I'm proposing something.
You know what?
Can I click on it?
I don't have an answer to that, but okay, wait. If I told you that what I was taught growing up, and now granted I was homeschooled, but that's not the only place I heard this. It wasn't like my mom was making it up. She didn't write the textbooks that say.
Did she text you that they were a magical creature?
Yeah, right. She didn't say that that zebras, or zebras as some say, have stripes because it's camouflage, right?
Yeah.
For lions. That's what, so that predators, if you see a bunch of zebras or zebras running in a pack with all the stripes, they just run together, right? Yeah, you can't tell them apart. Which now thinking about it does kind of seem like nonsense because lions are eating zebras all the time.
Yeah, but maybe
it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Maybe it was just harder. Maybe they'd be eating more
if they didn't have stripes.
If they didn't have stripes.
Yeah, but it turns out if that's what you were taught growing up, that was a lie. That's not the reason zebras have stripes. I've just learned here. This is a new study out of the University of Bristol in the UK where they found the real reason that zebras have stripes, and the reason is to keep horseflies away.
That's weird.
They believe from research that they've been doing that zebras have the white stripes. I guess they would consider them black with white stripes. And they have those stripes because horseflies would be more attracted to if they just had big black patches on them.
Yeah, they're more attracted to that.
To the dark spaces. And so because, horseflies can transmit diseases to that, their bites generally don't hurt. They hurt, but they aren't dangerous to humans. But they are dangerous because they can transmit infections to different animals.
It's weird.
And so that's why they think now researchers have decided that is the reason that zebras have stripes. It's not so that they can camouflage themselves from predators.
Yeah, I think the zebras would have wanted better camouflage against the lions.
Lions seem more dangerous than horseflies, right?
They're actually taking this study, and then they'll go from this, and they're going to try to help answer why did zebras and other things get stripes, like in the horse family, but not other hooved animals.
What about all the other horses?
Yeah, why did they not all get stripes to help protect from flies?
Because horseflies bite all different kinds of animals and can, I guess actually my concerns were addressed. I was going to say, why don't we have stripes? Because regular flies are annoying too. But they say that regular flies aren't affected by this.
They're not, it's just horse flies?
Yeah. So you could put, because like something you might see is they would put
Did you see the other horse?
Yeah, a horse with like a cape on it that's striped.
A normal horse, yeah. Just so that flies don't bother it.
And it keeps the horse flies away, but the regular flies will still bother it because they don't care about that.
That's weird stuff. They're doing studies on everything.
Yeah, well, I guess they've covered most of the big basic stuff, and so now they've moved on to zebra stripes.
I just want to know how much money the study costs, because I hope it's not as much. But they say the thinness of stripes actually can deter, or the thickness.
Okay.
So the study is just to figure out, well, how should the stripes actually be to optimize to have horseflies leave them alone?
So
that's weird.
Some zebras get like a Delta Poor hand, and they have like the wrong kind of stripes.
The wrong size stripes.
Yeah. Hey, look at you, fat stripes. Look at all the horseflies on you.
Did you really just say that to the zebra?
Yeah, I think that's what the other zebras would say.
That's what they're saying to each other?
Yeah, the other bully zebras
and
would
then
probably...
you're like, ooh, you have thin stripes.
Yeah, wow, you must really keep those horseflies away.
And it's not about keeping shape.
Yeah.
It's just you get what you get.
We should mate it. It'd be better for the zebra population. Us with our thin stripes over here.
This is why we're not a part of any studies.
Or the zebra population.
It's true.
We'd be kicked out for being too...
annoying?
I don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Dumb?
And a bully.
And a bully?
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, Radio U.
It's time for our Wednesday tradition, Would You Rather Wednesday.
You're right. We were so caught up in the Battle of the Buzz. I forgot we have that today.
Well, I never forget. And I have a question here from Andy. You can always text in a good Would You Rather question if you've got one at 8772-RADIO-U or hit us up on the Radio U Riot socials and get in touch with us that way. But Andy's question today is, if you see a celebrity that you care about out in public, out in the world somewhere.
Let's say you ran into Hudson.
Sure. Good example.
Or Isaiah.
Terrible example.
Isaiah, you're starting to get noticed more often.
Yeah.
That is true.
They're
You
like,
better lay low.
true.
Are you Isaiah?
You got to start wearing a disguise like I do.
Like a hat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I take off the hat.
You
when
take
I'm
off
out in
the hat.
public.
That
They
makes
would
sense.
notice
No
you
one
that
will
way.
recognize
That makes
me.
sense.
But from Andy, if you were to see a celebrity out in public that you cared about, would you rather ask them for an autograph or ask them for a picture together?
Oh, that's an easy answer.
It's easy for you?
Yeah, that's easy.
All right, go for it then.
I'm going to get a picture
Why is that?
because then I can get more social media traction.
Exactly.
For it.
Exactly.
What is this? Back when I was going to see the Disney princesses? Do I need an
Yeah.
autograph in my little autograph book?
Well, you can't sell a picture.
I don't need to
No
sell
one
an
would want to
autograph.
buy a picture of you and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but nobody's buying autographs anymore.
I think they are.
Who's buying an autograph of
Maybe
anybody?
sports stuff.
Let's go
but
on eBay.
maybe.
Not even that.
Yeah, I just don't think it's worth what it used to be worth now for an autograph. You're definitely getting a picture and you're definitely posting it because no one's posting a picture of an autograph like, oh my gosh, look who I met today. Me with a picture of the autograph, like that's not cool.
I think that would work.
No,
I
it
think
would
that
not.
work equally as
No
well.
one would like that picture. They would be like, "Oh, nice, you got an autograph." Odd, but that's okay. But now, I feel like for me in my life as an adult, I would get a picture with someone. I would not get an autograph.
It'd be
that-
hard to ask for the picture because you're afraid they'll say no to you. But
That's what I'm
they'd
thinking.
also say no for an autograph.
I
Doesn't
feel
it-
so much more silly asking for an autograph.
Yeah.
Like, can you sign this piece of paper? That feels weird.
Doesn't it hurt your ego though if you're talking about getting likes? If you post something on Instagram and it's you and Angelina Jolie, they're not liking the picture for you. They're liking it for Angelina Jolie.
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me at
bother you
all.
at all?
They like all my other pictures for me, so this one can be for Angelina Jolie. That's fine.
Then why don't you post more pictures and forget about Angelina Jolie? She should be asking for a picture with you.
I think not.
I don't understand you guys. If it's
What?
not a like for you, I could
Yeah.
post videos.
I'm just posting the picture because I think it's cool that I met Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
That's who I.
That's a good
That's who
choice.
came to mind.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
So are you pick an autograph? You said.
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking of it from my perspective
Because you're
as a
just talking about
celebrity.
selling it.
As a celebrity, if somebody came up to me and asked for a picture, I'd say no. I'm not on the clock right now. I'm not looking celebrity-like. I don't want this to be. You could post this anywhere. You could have this forever. But my autograph, fine. Yeah, have it.
So
Whatever.
you're
Do
looking
what
for
you want.
convience for them.
What do you mean convenience for them?
Like you're
Because
looking
then
for
they're-
convenience for them. Like
Yeah. If they're
What?
not picture ready, you don't want to impose on them.
Think about this. If you guys, I mean, we're public figures, right? Think about this. What if you take a picture with somebody, hey, really big fan. Will you take a picture with me? You take a picture with them. Another day you find out, serial killer. Great. Now you're in a
Now
picture
you're
with a
in
serial killer.
Listen, I think the chances are really small.
I
so
guess
don't
that's
think
fine.
We need to worry about
That's
it.
okay. That means I have a cool fan. It's all right.
I think now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just doing the would you rather as a celebrity. I'm not doing the would you
Yeah,
rather
that's what
as
I've
a
been saying the whole
fan.
time. Like, are you looking for convenience or what are you looking for?
I guess that just shows that my mindset of I'm
Well,
not
keep thinking
starstruck
about
by
it.
anybody.
Tell me if you change your mind, but I'll get a couple from you guys listening. So
Yeah.
if you maybe don't think as deep as Hudson is. And would you rather have a picture or if you would rather have an autograph? And then text us at 877 Radio U.
Yeah, or think about this. You take a picture with Angelina Jolie, then all of a sudden you find out serial killer. I guess you can just delete that one.
Yeah.
For her?
You could. Yeah, she's a serial killer.
she's
You could
the
just
one.
delete
You
the
could take
post.
all these pictures of people,
Why?
post them. You never know.
Why is your only example of a
Serial
celebrity
killer. That's how you know it's a bad
Angelina
argument.
Your For You page would be a lot more fun if it had Hudson, Nikki, and Isaiah. Follow at RadioU Official on TikTok. The Riot. Radio U.
You can text in your answer for today's Would You Rather Wednesday. Would you rather get a picture or an autograph with a celebrity if you saw them out in public?
So we're saying picture, Isaiah and I, and I think you're still sticking with autograph, but I can't tell.
I just kind of think neither.
You're floating. Oh, neither. All
Just
right.
changed it neither.
All right.
I never said I never agreed to autograph. I just don't think picture is.
Well, you made a
not
heck
really
of an
good.
argument for
I
it.
know. I tried to really talk you out
Well,
of the autograph. That
I
shows how good of a
think
debater I am.
You and Jay are very similar because Jay says, I'm not really into social media, so I'd rather have an autograph than a photo. That sounds just like you because you're also
Okay.
not into it. Adam says, autograph or picture, neither. A handshake and thanks for what they do. Adam, I don't know if we're talking about meeting the same people. I'm not sure if we are. Let's see. Regina says, I prefer a picture. Tim says, would just let them be unless it was a meet and greet. They're just humans after all. Again, Tim, I just want a picture. That's
Yeah,
it.
but here's the thing, Tim. You have
But
to
they
remember
are
about
usually doing
celebrities
stuff.
is that we love attention. And I know that as a celebrity myself.
A-list, if you're wondering.
I love to get attention. So that is, you don't have to leave celebrities alone.
Oh, you
they
could go
appreciate
up.
it.
They don't
You
mind.
should badger them, actually.
Well, Ian texted and he was sweet. I met him once at a store and he asked for a picture. So he totally did ask, and that was perfectly fine.
And Nikki said no.
She said, could be a serial killer.
No, not at all. You guys are always welcome to ask anytime.
I do. See, here's why I'm not full on autograph. And one is because Chris and I were doing a little, cleaning out of my office. I got a new computer and stuff. And we found a basketball in there that had been signed by a bunch of people. You can't make out what the autographs
Can't even
are on
read
there.
it.
Yeah. So also, you don't always have a pen. But again, you ask a celebrity for a picture, no guarantee they'll say yes. So I think you just here's the move. You go up to them, you talk to them, you compliment them on something. Maybe you
Loved
ask
your
them,
work.
and then you have a story, and that's more important than anything.
I think you just get a shot where it's just you and they're behind you somewhere. And you're just pointing. You're like, hey,
To be
look
a
who's
creeper.
there.
Look who it is.
Yeah.
You're like a selfie, from
Exactly.
afar. Like, look
That
who it is.
way-
Or just a video of them. You can do a video from afar.
You're not bothering them, but you still have a picture.
Yeah, I think too. I think this is another reason that I think picture is definitely better. Is because it'll last a lot longer. If I get an autograph on a piece of paper, what are the odds I keep that piece of paper the rest of my
Not
life?
good. Oh,
Very
something you
low.
care about.
If I move, if I go house to house, whatever it is, having that little piece of paper, whatever the item is, but a photo. That could be passed from generation to generation. My grandfather got a photo with George Washington, and I still have it today type thing. It can get passed down. You can have that photo forever.
I think your timing's off on some of that.
Well, yeah, not exactly my grandfather,
George Washington Carver.
but yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for
The
all
only photo of George Washington.
Thanks for all the text messages. Again, if you have a thought on would you want an autograph or a text message, or not text message, that is nowadays.
Now that would be cool.
That's what we
Yeah.
want. You just want their phone number.
I'll walk
but
up to a celebrity. Could you please text me?
I would
Here's my
appreciate
number.
that.
That'd be a boss move.
if you want a photo, or would you rather have an autograph?
That's your Would You Rather Wednesday.
Hey, they're already eating anyways. Might as well do it on the show. The Riot with Nikki and Hudson. Radio U.
Somehow this feels like an appropriate follow-up in a way to our Would You Rather Wednesday. Would you rather ask a celebrity for an autograph or a picture with them? This is, again, a celebrity interaction situation we have. But this one, a much different ending. I don't know if you guys are familiar with UFC fighter Dustin Poirier. You heard of him?
No.
He broke Conor McGregor's leg
Oh, really?
in the octagon.
So like he's a good fighter.
He's a good fighter. And there's a little backstory between him and Conor McGregor that in the lead up to that fight where Poirier did go ahead and break McGregor's leg. Leading up to the fight, Conor McGregor had made some comments and shown off on social media, alleging that Poirier's wife had slid into his DMs.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Not a great look, right? And then in the octagon, after his leg was broken by Dustin Poirier, he was seen saying, "Your wife's in my DMs," and me DMs, because he's Irish. So there's all that backstory, which leads to this random dude at a Mardi Gras parade yesterday where Dustin Poirier was going through. He's a part of the parade.
Yeah.
And this guy makes a sign that says, "Your wife's in my DMs," and starts showing it off to Dustin Poirier riding through the parade. Okay? It did not end particularly well for the guy with the sign, as you can imagine. He got a swift smack from Dustin Poirier from the back of the Jeep he was riding in.
He came and hit him?
Well, I mean, the guy was walking right up to the car.
He like
He was
waved
asking
him up.
for it.
He like waved him up. He was like, "Come here," and they just slapped him.
Well,
but he
I don't know
like
what the guy
barely.
was thinking. What, do you
He,
think
like,
he's going to
barely
shake his
touched him.
hand or something?
I think he thought he was gonna shake his hand.
Maybe as a fan, you don't mind if you got a little love tap from your your favorite fighter.
He got off the hook pretty easily, this random dude with the sign did, because I'm sure if Dustin Poirier, when I was watching the video, I was like, oh, he's going to get out of the Jeep. He's going to jump out of the back and slug this guy. But it turned out to just be as much of a slap as you could do from a moving vehicle while
Barely.
standing on the ground.
Well, that's safer, because if you're a UFC fighter, your slap could kill a person.
Yeah.
Oh, way more than just like an average person.
But what was this guy hoping for here?
Oh, he wanted that.
He wanted a slap.
Yeah,
He wanted
he's
some
totally
attention,
baiting him.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What's he gonna get out of it? You know, like, I don't even know the guy's name or whatever.
He's getting this right now.
That's it. He got his
He got
moment
this.
of fame.
His 5 minutes of fame.
Mockery.
Yep.
A little bit of mockery.
Or he was hoping he would hit him enough to where he could sue him for something.
Yeah. Man, so what do you do in this situation?
If you're the person hitting or got hit.
Yeah, if you're Dustin Poirier, people are
Don't hit him
disrespecting
enough.
your wife.
Don't hit him too much.
You know what? You just move. You
don't
just
hit
move
him enough
along.
for it to be a crime. It doesn't seem satisfying to me.
Well, you go rip up the poster board?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
It
if
feels
people
a
are
little
disrespecting
juvenile.
your wife, you just got to move along.
I don't know about that.
Ask Will Smith. How do you think he's doing now? Not so hot,
Actually,
huh?
that's a good point.
Not so hot.
For some reason, Dustin Poirier does this. It seems honorable in a way. Will Smith does it. But actually, those
the exact same thing.
I think there are different levels of insults too. But sheesh, I don't know. I just I guess a lot of lead up to this guy getting a little shining moment of fame here from just looking like a doofus.
He was excited. That's why he went and bought poster board, made a poster.
He like
Look at
got
all
right
the
up in his
effort.
face
Yeah.
This
too.
guy, and he thought he was so cool, and now we are giving him the light of day by talking to him. But I don't know. I wish we could. What could we say that would insult this guy?
So the guy who got hit, he's okay. It was just a little
It was
tap.
just a little
See the
baby.
hit?
It was nothing.
Listen,
This is the worst now. He can go, I got hit by Dustin Poirier and I'm fine.
He's good. I gotta look it
Oh
up
my
somewhere else.
gosh.
Our ad blockers on, and it won't.
Yeah, I couldn't really see it either.
The words too expensive aren't in Nikki's vocabulary. This is The Riot. Radio U.
Nikki, talking of socials, I've heard you grumbling over there about your Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, I'm so tired of it.
Yeah. Well, let me. Can I guess the type of people you're getting on there?
Yes, I
'Cause you're trying
posted
to
a
sell
couple of
stuff, right?
things over the weekend. I was like, yeah, let's clean out some stuff, right? Some early spring cleaning.
Yeah.
And I posted on Craigslist as well. I hate Craigslist too. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, all right, fine, I'll post it on Marketplace. And I hate it just as much.
I think Craigslist is the most fruitless because at this point, at least for me, you post stuff on Craigslist, it feels
Nothing
like
there.
nobody ever answers.
Except spam.
But at least on Craigslist, nobody wastes your time because here's the type of people that I feel like you get on Facebook Marketplace. Person number one, hello, is this available?
There it is.
And you say yes. Mm-hmm. And then nothing. Nothing.
Never
Ever again.
again.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if it was available. I don't want it. I don't care, actually. But I did want to know if it was available.
No, the one this morning, though, that frustrated me is step 2 on that.
What
Do
is it?
you know what that one is?
What is step 2?
Hello, is it available? Yes. You respond back. They get back to you. Is the price fixed? And you get back with them and let them
yeah.
know, okay, fine, what's the price we can agree on? And then you never from them again.
Well, you're obviously asking too much.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah, it's your fault. But no, there's also the type of person that, hello, is this available? Yeah. Okay. Would you mind delivering it to me?
Oh, sure.
Probably not. Mm-hmm. I live 14 hours away. Definitely not. I'm not going to deliver it to you.
No, I get more. They just want to come immediately and pick it up. But it's not real, and they just want to pay you by Zelle.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, okay, it's a scam.
Yeah.
And they just want to get your info and your phone number and your address.
Yeah, or the people that want to trade. Who actually ever wants to trade?
No,
on
I put
Facebook?
that in there.
No trades?
Yeah, I put no trade, and
How's that working for you?
Actually better, because they never get back to you. But now I put cash payment, like Cash App, physical cash, or Venmo. That's the only ones I'll use for now. But it drives me crazy.
And for some reason, there's some people that want to meet up with you on stuff. Like this, it's not the worst, but I don't like it. We all went through COVID. We can do porch pickup now, can't we?
No, see, I don't like porch
You
pickup.
don't like porch
sometimes, depending on the window they need, like someone else could just steal it from your porch. So
I've never had that happen.
I just do a neutral pickup.
You must
place.
not live in as good a neighborhood as me.
Yes, that's it. And so then I'll just do a neutral location and just throw it at them.
That works.
Like, did you pay me?
I like the porch pickup, especially if I'm the person picking it up.
Sure.
But I also just don't want to talk to people. So
Well, I
if I can
agree.
leave it out, that's totally fine. But no, it's so crazy. All the hoops we have to jump through to find one person that really, like, you're each doing each other a favor, right? They want the thing you have. You don't want it anymore. Give me a few bucks, or sometimes it's free. I'll just give it away. I just don't think it should go in the garbage. And yet it's so difficult to find somebody you can, like, really partner up with that has the same interests as you. And it's difficult. And I feel that we go through life trying to match our interests with so many other people that have, at the end of the day, either want to waste our time. Not that necessarily they want to, but they just wind up wasting your time or trying to, in the case of
Scam you.
Yeah, scam you, take advantage of you or whatever. And it's so hard to find those few people you can actually count on to actually want to partner up with you and do something good for both of you. But that's what God wants to do with you. Jesus doesn't want to take advantage of you because there's not really anything he could do or get from you that would really advantage him all that much. But he does want to partner up with you and give you a better life because he loves you that much. He cares about you that much. It's not going to do a whole ton for him, whether your life is great or not, but he wants that for you because he loves you. So he's going to do good things for you just by you asking. He's not going to waste your time, not going to take advantage. And all you need to do is take advantage of that. Say, hey, Jesus, I want that. I want to find out more about who you are, about how you care about my life, how you can make it better. Give me some of that. And he will. And he's not going to ghost you. He's not going to ask you to make a delivery 14 hours away for something that costs $10.
Please, Lord, bring non-scammers.
Yeah. And maybe he'll even help you sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Or not be as frustrated.
If you ask nicely. If you want to know more, RadioU.com/free gift.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
A pizzeria in good old Columbus, Ohio, that has gone viral for an interesting hiring technique that they're taking. I don't know if you've ever heard of Santino's Pizzeria.
I have not, but who would like to raise their hand and say pizza sounds good right about now?
Sounds great.
Doesn't it?
I was admiring Isaiah's pizza at lunch yesterday that he got from Sbarro's. And then, well, it wasn't really pizza, was it? But pizza adjacent.
Stromboli.
Yeah, type food. And then you got pizza in the fridge I saw today. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about
But we don't mind it.
Santino's Pizzeria, which may very well provide you with some tasty pizza treats. But they also, they need to hire some employees. So they put out multiple signs around the business that say, now hiring non-stupid people.
I'd love to have been the banner company making that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, what did they put, like a sign in Sharpie on their front door or something?
Full banner.
It is an actual banner that they had to get made up somewhere that says, now hiring non-stupid people. So first off, what do you guys think? If you were... maybe you're in the job market, you're looking for a place to work, and maybe you stumbled across RadioU. It said, now hiring non-stupid people. would that make you more or less likely to want to work at Radio U?
Well, like he had a real reason for his because, I mean, they were saying that some of their workers like were taking larger orders and they were not taking credit cards when it was over a certain amount. So then someone would not pick it up and then basically they'd be having all these pizzas and they'd be out the money for those. So I think that's what he was doing this for.
Okay. But you didn't answer the question.
I would listen to the morning show.
You have to turn your mic. You hit the button yourself.
I would listen to the morning show.
If only we put that on.
I would listen to the morning show, and I would say they're clearly not hiring non-stupid people.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, if we, I think for me, if I saw that on a job posting, I think it would make me think twice. It's definitely in radio, but even anywhere, I'd be like, well, I don't know. It sounds like a place that might be a little, like stuck up, like what have they been through?
I think yes, that's it. I think you would then know that you're going into a place that's had some drama recently. And so they're going to be looking at you to either save the day because you're not stupid or they're just going to get mad at you.
That's right. High expectations.
Yeah, too much.
And I don't do well with high expectations.
Yeah, at a pizza joint. I mean, it is like tough work there, as I can assume. But do you see the second post too? They hung up the other banner backwards.
Go.
Just making fun of themselves, I assume.
I think it's fun. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, okay. Does it make you more or less likely to eat at the pizza place?
I'm indifferent because you could either be a person who's so offended, like they were saying,
because you're stupid, or
no, people were so offended that would be their hiring
process.
That they've been the ones that are making prank pizza calls and not going and picking them up. I think that's one way, and then there's the others that would go and just support them because they're doing that. I'm right in the middle. I just don't do anything.
Yeah, for me, it doesn't make a difference to me either way with the whole sign.
I think I don't know. My initial instinct is it might be a good place to go get some pizza.
Why don't you try it?
Except I'm afraid that other people will be thinking it like me, and then it'll be overwhelmed, and they're already understaffed, evidently, because they're hiring. So then I might never get my pizza.
Well,
so it makes me nervous.
There was one over here that I used to love. Like, I can't go to them anymore because they just stopped having people working, and they would never answer. They didn't even open most hours anymore. And you feel bad because when I finally got a hold of somebody, I was like, hey, are you still open? They're like, no, we just can't hire anybody right now. It's still tough.
Not even stupid people.
No one wants to come.
I think this is, I don't know if it's good for hiring. It's definitely it should be good for business, I would think, to get people in the door. But I also think it'd be good for business to have a sign that said hiring stupid people.
Well, you can.
I think that'd be helpful.
They said that if you want this sign is sold everywhere. And it's about $30 up to $30 to $165.
So it really might have been just the result of the owner of Santino's late at night scrolling Amazon,
getting mad, saw the sign.
You're like, perfect.
That's the one.
And it worked, I guess.
And then he told his one remaining worker to go set it up.
Yep.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
You ready for another installment of You Be the Judge?
Yeah, you need
on the
a
riot
sound effect of like a jail door slamming
I was
shut.
thinking the Law and Order thing where it goes gung gung.
Gung gung or a gavel.
Yeah, maybe we should have that at the end. Well,
I got it. Boom.
There.
All right, go on.
All right.
Bringing that boom game in. That's good.
We are working on riot sound effects. It's something I have in the pipeline. I've assigned to Isaiah. But today in You Be the Judge, listen to this story. We have a man, Memphis, Tennessee. According to reports, on February 9th, we have a guy that got into an argument with a store clerk, let's say at a convenience store, let's just say 7-Eleven. I don't know if it's a place, but it's just
gas stations.
Yeah, throw 'em under.
Right. Let's throw 7-Eleven under the bus. So a guy at 7-Eleven gets in an argument because the cashier will not sell him beer. So he gets upset. He picks up a display of chips, of bags of chips, and carries it out of the store, puts it into his vehicle, and drives off. But no surprise, as you're carrying a big display of chips out to your car, some of those bags of chips are going to fall by the wayside. They're not all going to make it into your car. And so a few of the bags of chips fell off. That's where our other suspect comes into play, whose name is Joseph Braswell.
Did he know the person who was stealing the chips?
Does that make a difference?
I'm just curious. Were they friends?
Maybe an accomplice?
He didn't ride off with him.
Okay, so they were strangers.
So he is there left behind in the situation while there's just bags of chips lying on the ground. And so Joseph goes ahead and picks up 2 bags of chips and snacks on them.
He ate them, yeah.
He ate 2 bags of chips valued at $4.98
per bag.
He's now been taken into custody because that is a crime. Apparently, he, based off of their review of the security footage, they believe he knew of the theft. He knew the chips were not, obviously he didn't pay for them.
Yeah.
But he knew they were stolen
in the first place. Compared to like he was stealing from the convenience store. He wasn't stealing from the person who took them out if he had properly paid for them.
Right. He didn't just, because if you see the bag of chips inside the convenience store on the ground, I guess that would mean like you'd still assume you have to pay for it. But if it was outside, maybe you could, be ignorant basically about it. But he's now being charged with theft of merchandise less than $1,000. Yeah, it's a lot less than $1,000.
Dude, he looks either really tired or he's really on something.
He needed those chips.
I know he needed something.
He might have had the munchies, I feel like. So where do we stand? Should he be held accountable? We don't know where the theft took place. All we know is, according to the security footage, he probably saw that the chips fell off of a display that a guy was angrily carrying out.
Oh, I mean, he stole them, but you usually would expect them to be like, oh, just let him go. It's only 2 bags of chips. But maybe they were mad because they can't find the original guy.
That's what I don't see addressed here. Is what happened to the guy that drove off with the whole display of chips?
He got him.
Where did he wind up?
They clearly had to have gotten him, right?
No, they don't have him yet.
They don't say that they've gotten him. But, I mean, that's not as much of a headline either. That guy steals display of chips and gets caught. Well, big deal. That feels like that happens.
I feel like it's kind of also if you see those stories of like a semi-truck that explodes on the freeway and there's stuff and people steal from like the truck. So it just depends on if they get you for it or not.
Yeah, and that feels, I mean, I don't know. It's always a tough thing, right? If a Brinks truck or whatever and there's money flying
no
over
one said
the
a
place.
money truck. If there's a money truck, they will come after you.
That's definitely a crime. But if it's other stuff that just spilled, like, were they really going to sell these chips is the other thing. I guess it depends where they fell. But they're probably all crunched up because they fell on the ground, right? All in a million little pieces.
Oh, trust me, they're picking those back up and they're selling them.
Right.
It seems like
if
you
it
want
is a
them to let
7-Eleven
them go.
like we're imagining.
Exactly.
Well, I know a lot of grocery stores, if you steal something, because of many articles that we read, they're not allowed to put it back out.
That's
they
right.
really can't. But I'm not sure how it is with a convenience store.
So the verdict is guilty. Charged.
Yeah, I mean, he's guilty, but
he stole.
But how much do you want to punish him for?
What if he stole those 2 bags of chips out of the store? Would you want to punish him?
Yeah,
what
he
do you
should
mean?
be punished.
He just took them?
Yeah, if he just took them.
So, I mean, what would I punish? I mean, I don't know how much you punish somebody for $5, though.
It's $10. It was 2 bags.
$10? How much do you punish somebody for $10?
I mean, if you steal from the gas station, you steal from the gas station.
Put up their picture and say,
what's next?
Don't sell chips to this
The
person.
bank.
The bank.
You got to catch him early. Catch him early. And then maybe he'll be a little bit more discouraged.
It's for his benefit that we stop him now before he steals too much.
Before he moves on to a life of crime.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.